So you'll say, oh yeah, so boom, story time.
How we got scammed, how he got scammed,
No, we.
how she got scammed, how they got scammed, how them got scammed. What else is there? Story time.
No, I'm saying story time.
Is it the one about when the builder scammed us for thousands of pounds?
Yeah, man, well, we got scammed. Bloody scammed for thousands. He's only known us for 3 months. Still scammed us.
Alright, so basically, we started going to more networking events, and at the end of the day, obviously we're expanding BDR and whatnot, we're expanding the team, showing people who we are, showing people what the business is about, letting them know that we got better deals than them, letting them know that we're better than them. No, I'm joking, but not
we
joking.
are though.
Not joking at the same time. But no, so we plan to go to this event
Humble Kings
called Refurb. Humble! Called Refurb Ed. Yeah, held by a man like Grant. Grant, shout out you. Yeah?
You shout out Grant.
Yeah. You shout out Grant. Grant, shout out you. But yeah, so we were going to this event basically, and obviously Rick doesn't really like to go to networking events because he's not really too bothered about like just talking to loads of people.
People are stush.
Yeah.
Stush.
Do you know what I mean? So obviously after a little bit of convincing, a little bit of a wink and that, Rick was like, yeah.
That makes you sound gay, so do not say that. I beg you take that out, Casey. I can just already see in front of my eyes. Fuck off. That's all she's going to put is, nah, fuck off.
After some convincing, you know, a good little talk between ourselves, Rick decided that we're going. So we made ways down to Manchester, which I was under the impression it was Manchester in the beginning. I never knew of a Cheadle before. I was like, oh, we're going to Manny.
Cheated there too.
Yeah, I was like, we're going to Manny on the map. The postcode was SK.
Micah didn't even see Bugsy anywhere.
Like, what? Do you know what I mean? Where was Bugsy? Where was H? You know what I mean? Where was the Piccadilly?
To be fair, we'd have never seen H. He's tiny.
True. No, he's not. He's 6'4".
H?
Yeah.
Allegedly. Well,
RD's tiny.
Oh, yeah. They're the same person.
So we're on our way to Cheadle now.
Little white M&M's. Trying to be motherfuckers. I'm coming for all of these. My short kings.
We're on our way to Cheadle and that. And obviously we're just talking about, you know, what we're looking for. Rick is taking us through because I've just joined at the time. And we had another member of staff who had just joined too. So Rick
RIP to him.
taking us through the ropes, and just kind of giving us an insight. So anyways, I digress. On the way, obviously we're talking about like who we like to talk to and stuff. Our other member of staff just kind of like to talk to just everybody that he can. You know, with me, I'm more of an energy person. If the energy's there, I'll speak to the right people.
Synergy.
Yeah, I was getting there. You know, I can't forget about the synergy. But yeah, so I check the energy and then we go and explore the synergy between ourselves. You know what I mean? And obviously Rick is more calculated, whereas he will probably speak to the person that makes the most sense. Do you understand? It's not just about like, oh well, there's loads of people here, but it's like, okay, this person is clearly knows what they're doing, clearly has an understanding of what they're speaking about, and I can probably add value to them, and I can probably get some value from them too. A mutual exchange. So, and as he should. So as we're going there, we've got there now, and we're just looking around. The vibes is all right. We met a lady outside from Dubai. She was really nice. She did like real estate in Dubai and in London as well. She sat with us, had a good time on our table, kind of just networking and connecting. And obviously we're just scouting the room as it goes on, because there's guest speakers. Shout out to the guest speakers. And yeah, obviously we both don't really like to listen to people just talk on and on, but it is good to get information and good to understand, you know, different positions and find out new things we may have not known. But obviously Rick had his eye on someone throughout this event, because there was one person who really did make sense. So we did an intro, so just chop that bit there, Casey. We did an intro because they do a pass the mic around where you get 20 seconds to kind of introduce yourself and say where you're from, what you're looking for, or what brought you to the event. And in that time there was a lot of people speaking, a lot of co-sourcers, a lot of other property developers or landlords or mortgage brokers, etc. But there was also a builder who came and he spoke very, very clear, very concise, and very, you could just tell it was natural and real. and I feel like that resonated with Rick, so bear that in mind. So anyways, as it's gone on, we've introduced ourselves. I've introduced myself as the business development manager of PDR, and Rick has introduced himself as my boss. Rick has introduced himself as CEO of BDR, and basically just let them know who we are and where we're coming from. And for anyone who don't know where Carlisle is, we're based in the Lake District. Boom. So after that, where do we go from there?
If you don't know where Carlisle is, click off the video.
Yeah, just go on Google Maps and come back. So then, so had that event, and then we continued to speak, and then the guest speakers were done. We had a break where we got to mingle a little bit, get to know a few people. Some people are looking at you from other sides of the room based off your intro, etc. So that was a good chance to kind of speak to anyone who might have piqued that first interest. We then sat down again and continued to be amongst ourselves and listen to the information and the knowledge being passed down and passed around as well, whilst we had like some conversations in the back. It was really good, it was really productive, honestly. That first one was really good. And then we got to the end of the event, where obviously that's where now you're well informed of who people are, you're a bit more warm, you have a rapport a little bit. Obviously people are also trying to get home, because we live like 2-3 hours away. It takes us 2-3 hours to get down. So people are trying to get home. Other people, like the Dubai lady, she had to go back to London, etc, etc. So obviously you're on time. Now Rick has said, okay, go and speak to the people you've connected with and whatnot. So me and the other member of staff have gone to speak to all of our people, and obviously Rick was there for a little minute playing mental chess. And do you want to take it from there? Because I think it was quite interesting, the fact that we managed to get scammed by the only person that you spoke to.
Yeah, it's my fault, yeah. Alright, so basically then what happened is I went connected with that person, essentially told them, reason I wanted to connect with them, just so I'll expand on what Michael was saying, is they were a property investor, first of all, just like me, and second of all, they had a build team. So they've used their build team for their investments, and they do excellent investments in Manchester and the surrounding areas. They also deal source in the areas. So it's a great team they have. So I was like, that's going to be perfect for me, for what I want to do. Hopefully they can help us with the business expansion as well in the future. But I thought it'll be a beautiful connection. Beautiful connection. So connected with him and just kept chatting away, and then he came out his way to come to Manchester. No, he's from Manchester. Come to Carlisle to see our project, see what we've got on. Showed him a little tour of the city. Spoke to him about a few potential investment opportunities we've got up here. And again, the synergy was there, as you would say. We loved it from day one, really. And there was one project, a HMO 9-bed, that we're doing at the moment. And I was like, these will be perfect for this. I got them in, got them to quote the job. Obviously, with the investors that we're working on this deal, we obviously done a little community meetings, a few of them, and went, right, okay, these are the pros and cons to X, Y, and Z. And obviously, I sang their praises. They got the deal, and they started on the refurb, really, about 2 or 3 weeks later. And I was just connecting, building a relationship with this guy. And this is really where the story goes, and then there was a little spice. So yeah, we were getting really, I was getting really on with this builder. We'd speak to him every day. He's at the project doing loads, going the extra mile all the time, and we built up a really good friendship, I thought. And out of the blue one day, he invites me to his wedding, and he says, I've got 4+4s. So I invite +1, number 1, and then 3 of my closest friends. And here I am. The wedding's actually in a different country, in Egypt. So here I am booking tickets and accommodation for me or my friends, costing thousands of pounds to go to this builder that is actually doing an amazing job. And YouTube, you just got scammed, because there's nothing bad to this story. I'm not wasting nothing. But you sick? I'm doing a sick refurb. Gotcha. Fucking gotcha.
You love it.
Fuck knows, eh? Mo's basically my friend and he's invited us to his wedding and we're fucking gone in 2 weeks.
Go to fucking Africa.
We're in fucking Africa, lad.
You don't go to your builders' weddings. You don't go to your friends' weddings like that. You ain't getting out the country.
Kids,
don't.
yeah.
What?
But now,
The one person you spoke to.
the one I told you, man. It's not about how many fish you get. It's about how big the whale is. I caught me an orca because I'm a killer whale.
And that's an actual beautiful connection to know that you're doing good business together, building a relationship, actually like each other, actually have synergy to a point where a man is saying, look, I want you to be there at such an important moment in my life.
I don't know. That's actually the most important.
Yeah.
Well, apart from the birth of your kids,
Yeah.
that's the most important day of your life.
100%.
Because that's the birth of your life.
So that's a testament to both of you, but definitely shout out to Beirut because, you know.
Shout out, Mo. We're going to probably see you in the next hour.
Yeah, literally. See you soon.
But yeah, the sickest part about this is now me and the boys, we get to go to Budapest for 2 days before the flight to Egypt, and then we get to go to Rome for a day after the flight, because I love looking for cheap flights. I'd much rather pay for 2 flights and get an extra day's holiday somewhere else than just buy a direct flight somewhere. So we're getting a flight from UK to Buda. We're in Buda for basically 2 full days.
Mental.
And then we fly to Giza, and all that was actually about half the price than if I just got 1 flight to Egypt.
Mental.